SMU-41 or UXLI was a U-27 class U-boat or submarine for the Austro-Hungarian Navy. U-41, built by the Austrian firm of Cantiere Navale Triestino CNT at the Poland Navy Yard, was launched in November 1917. When she was commissioned in February 1918, she became the last boat of her class to enter service. She was also the last domestically constructed Austro-Hungarian U-boat to enter service. She had a single hull just over 122 feet 37 meters in length. She displaced 280 metric tons 276 long tons when surfaced and over 325 metric tons 320 long tons when submerged. Her two diesel engines moved her at up to 9 knots 17 km per hour on the surface, while her twin electric motors propelled her at up to 7.5 knots 13.9 km per hour while underwater. She was armed with two bow torpedo tubes and could carry a load of up to 4 torpedoes. She was also equipped with a 75 mm 3.0 in-deck gun and a machine gun. During a short service career marred by repeated engine breakdowns, U-41 sank one ship, the French steamer Amiral Charner of 4,604 gross register tons GRT. U-41 was at Cattaro at war's end, and was ceded to France as a war reparation in 1920. She was towed to Bizarta and broken up within a year. Design and construction. Austria Hungary's U-boat fleet was largely obsolete at the outbreak of World War I. The Austro-Hungarian Navy satisfied its most urgent needs by purchasing 5 Type UBI submarines that comprised the U-10 class from Germany, by raising and recommissioning the sunken French submarine Curious U-14, Note 1 and by building 4 submarines of the U-20 class that were based on the 1911 Danish Havmenten class. Note 2. Once these steps had alleviated their most urgent needs, the Austro-Hungarian Navy selected the German Type UB2 design for its newest submarines in mid-1915. The Germans were reluctant to allocate any of their wartime resources to Austro-Hungarian construction, but were willing to sell plans for up to 6 of the UB2 boats to be constructed under license in Austria-Hungary. The Navy agreed to the proposal and purchased the plans from AG Weser of Bremen, one of the 2 German shipyards building UB2 submarines. U-41 displaced 280 metric tons 276 long tons surfaced and 326 metric tons 321 long tons submerged. She had a single hull with saddle tanks, and was planned to be 121 feet 1 inch 36.91 meters long with a beam of 14 feet 4 inches 4.37 meters and a draft of 12 feet 2 inches 3.71 meters. For propulsion, she had 2 shafts, twin diesel engines of 270 bhp 200 kilowatts for surface running, and twin electric motors of 280 shp 210 kilowatts for submerged travel. She was capable of 9 knots 16.7 km per hour while surfaced and 7.5 knots 13.9 km per hour while submerged. Although there is no specific notation of a range for U-41 in Conway's All the World's Fighting Ships, 1906 to 1921, the German UB2 boats, upon which the U-27 class was based, had a range of over 6,000 nautical miles 11,000 kilometers at 5 knots 9.3 kilometers per hour surfaced, and 45 nautical miles 83 kilometers at 4 knots 7.4 kilometers per hour submerged. U-27 class boats were designed for a crew of 23 to 24. U-41 was armed with two 45 cm 17.7 in bow torpedo tubes and could carry a complement of 4 torpedoes. She was also equipped with a 75 mm/26 3.0 in-deck gun and an 8 mm 0.31 in machine gun. U-41 was ordered from Cantiere Navale Triestino CNT as a replacement for U-6 which had been sunk in May 1916. She was laid down on February 23, 1917 at the Poland Navy Yard. Note 3 During construction, U-41 was lengthened by nearly 30 cm 12 in to accommodate diesel engines that had been ordered for U-6 before her loss. U-41 was launched on 11 November. Service career. On February 19, 1918, SMU-41 was commissioned into the Austro-Hungarian Navy under the command of Linienschiffs Lieutenant Edgar Wolff. Previously in command of U-4 for a week in April 1915, the 28-year-old Wolff was a native of Fiume, present-day Rijeka, Croatia. When she entered service, U-41 was the last boat of her class to do so. She was also the last domestically constructed U-boat completed and commissioned into the Austro-Hungarian Navy. Wolff and U-41 departed Pola on 17 March for a patrol in the Mediterranean. On 30 March, Wolff attempted to torpedo a steamer off the coast of Africa, but missed his target. 3 days later, the left diesel engine failed and Wolff steered his boat back to port, arriving at Cattaro on 5 April. U-41 sailed for Pola on 9 April and, completing the journey 2 days later, underwent repairs over the next 6 weeks. While conducting a diving trial out of Pola on 25 May, the boat sprang a leak at the depth of 50 meters 160 feet. She returned to Pola and underwent more extensive repairs, remaining there until August. After making way to the submarine base at Brioni, U-41 set out on another patrol into the Mediterranean on 29 August, but put into Sebenico the next day for engine repairs. Resuming her patrol after a day's delay, U-41 reached her patrol area east of Malta. Wolf and U-41 scored their first success on 13 September, when they torpedoed and sank the steamer Amiral Charner west of Pantelleria. The 4,604-ton French ship was carrying horses and a general cargo from Marseille for Salonika when she was attacked. 6 were killed in the attack on the French ship. On 26 September, U-41 attacked another steamer west of Catalonia, but was apparently unsuccessful. Note 4 U-41 ended her patrol at Cattaro on 28 September. On October 6, Wolf and U-41 set out from Cattaro to patrol off Durazzo and the Albanian coast. After 9 days without success, the boat returned to Cattaro, and remained there through the end of the war. On 1 November, U-41 was taken over by a British commission, who controlled the vessel until she was ceded to France as a war reparation in 1920. U-41 and sister boats U-29 and U-31 were towed to Bizarta. U-29 foundered en route, but U-31 and U-41 reached their destination and were scrapped within the next year.